Hey, what is up? And thanks for coming back for another edition of The Horror Debate. I am Jeff Rowdy Jake here. He is Michael Mandy, and we are live.
And we're back. We're still continuing with the Friday the 13th movies with Friday the 13th Part 4.
The final chapter. Yeah, supposedly.
Put quotes around that final chapter. They should have called it the final chapter unless this makes money.
Exactly. From 1984.
Yep, directed by Joseph Zito, starring Corey Feldman.
All right.
You know, it's really sad when the person in your film with the most acting experience is a 10-year-old.
Well, you know what's funny? Yeah, that's true. You know what else is funny is I recognized all kinds of faces in here, like Peter Barton.
Yeah,
the
Peter
the
Barton.
soap guy.
Well, he was also in Hell Night.
Yeah,
with
that's right.
Linda Blair.
That's right.
And Crispin Glover.
Oh,
man. Watching
yeah.
him. Now, Crispin Glover.
The Dead. Beep.
Oh.
Remember? They kept calling him the Dead Beep in the movie.
Oh, yeah. No, but Crispin Glover was also in Willard, the remake, and he was also in Wizard of Gore, the remake.
Oh.
Hey, but he was cool in that movie. The rest of the movie
don't
sucked.
take me there, Mike. Don't take me there.
The rest of the movie was bad.
I'm in a
Listen to
good
that
mental
review.
place. Don't cause me pain.
The best Crispin Glover, though, has got to be Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Hey, Biff,
Yeah.
get your hands off of her. Crispin Glover. And he does the freaky weirdo dance in this movie.
The freaky weirdo dance. That pretty much sums up this flick. The freaky weirdo dance.
I saw this opening night, man. The audience went nuts. This was a lot of fun.
But it's so bad.
It's
bad. Here's what I hate about this one. Here's what I hate about this one, okay?
You hate this one?
I don't hate it, but this is what I hate about it, okay? It's not a total wash, but here's what I hate about it, okay? You know, they got all this buildup. It seemed like it took longer in this film to get to an actual, like, kill, you know, than it took in like, all the other Fridays. It seemed like the other Fridays had more of a rhythm. This one took so long to get to a kill, and then you finally get there to the payoff, and what do you get?
You get Jason getting his head sliced in half with the machete, and he slides down.
That's at the end, Mikey.
That's
I'm talking
what you
about.
asked for.
I'm talking. No. I'm talking about all the way up. Like you get to a kill, like one of the kids getting killed, and then it's like it makes this loud noise, shong shong, and then the camera pans away, and you don't get the payoff.
Well, okay, this movie was made in 1984. The PMRC, remember them wanting to ban him because
I remember Dee Snider putting the smackdown on the PMRC, baby.
Yeah, and Blackie Lawless and Wasp.
That's right.
Movies and music. These Washington wives were editing everything, and so the MPAA sent this movie back and said, "Nope, take out more, take out more, take out more." So you can't blame the people.
Oh yeah, but they could show Jason sliding down a freaking knife in his head. You know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, that's kind of a lame excuse because they do show other gore in the film and they show pretty good gore.
But that gore was on Jason.
Not always. There was like the shower scene when he takes a dude's face and smashes it back into the back of the shower. That was good. But some of the other ones they cut away so fast you got no payoff whatsoever, and then you felt like you had to wait an entire another section of the movie to get to something else that was halfway decent. The acting was subpar through this whole thing. You know, wasn't great at all.
You want acting in a Friday the 13th movie?
But I like to be I like to be able to at least to suspend my belief, you know, and kind of get into the film. And every time somebody opened their mouth, it was like, oh,
like the Doublemint twins.
You know, I love the twins. The twins were good. The twins were probably
that was inspired casting. Wasn't
it? You see, they can have twins, but these were pretty twins. You know what I mean? You know, so that was kind of happening. But this film just didn't do much for me. But I will say this: the scene that you mentioned with Jason and the machete and sliding down it and all, that stuck in my mind for so long after I first saw this film. I mean, I was a kid, obviously, when we first saw this. And that scene defined the Friday the 13th films for me for a long time. Yep. That's what came to mind when I thought of Jason. So just for that, I mean, that's pretty cool, you know?
The theater went nuts when that happened. But then, of course, at the very, very end of this film, when Corey Feldman just... I don't know if I want to spoil it or not. If you haven't seen this film, you got to see it.
Well, let's just say he acts.
Yeah, whereas all the time in every horror movie, the cliche is everyone, oh, gee, we pushed him over and he's laying still. Let's walk away now so he can attack us with our backs turned. Yeah. Now, Corey Feldman goes, not done yet.
No.
And the audience went nuts.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord, he's doing it.
Yeah,
finally.
yeah.
And he just takes it, and that overdub of his voice going, die, die,
Yeah,
die.
Well, you know, he wanted to shave his head, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to shave his head for the role, but his agent was like, "Hey, no
No,
way,
you can't shave
You
your
ain't
head."
doing that.
No.
You know, you got another film coming up, Baldy. You know,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?" So, but the makeup job they did on him with the little patches of hair and everything, I mean, he looked pretty wicked.
I just have a question though. When he comes running down, looking all muted out and gorked out, because Jason's about to kill his sister, and he goes, "Jason, look at me, Jason," and Jason stops. How does Jason know what he looked like when he was a kid when he drowned?
Right.
Did Jason
well,
have a mirror when he was living in the forests of Camp
Well,
Crystal
how old was
Lake?
Jason when he died?
Well, camp age, so probably 10 or 11.
Oh, see, so he'd seen a mirror.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
he didn't know what he looked like after he was dead and gorked out
Well, yeah, true.
with patches of hair growing.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna. Okay, well.
Well, you know what close enough. Okay,
Okay.
you know, I mean,
I think I would like.
you don't
to,
think Jason sat down by number 2, by Friday the 13th number 2? You don't think Jason sat down and watched number 1?
I'd like.
I mean, you don't think
I
he did
would
that?
like to believe that Jason was in the middle of killing this teenager, and he's the sister, and he's used to killing teenagers by now because this is the 4th movie. Although, yes, I know Jason didn't kill anyone in part 1. I know that.
Yeah.
But he's killed all these teenagers, and all of a sudden the little kid comes down bald. I think Jason just went, "What the hell's a little bald kid doing in my movie?"
Yeah, and who shaved his head? Because they did
Yeah,
a
who
terrible
shaved
job.
it? Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I know this is a non-union film, but come on, people.
you know, man.
You got your hair cut at Supercuts or something,
The Friday
kid.
the 13th films, you know, they're just about, for me, they're about visceral fun. You know, that's the whole thing about it, is that you don't take it too seriously. That's why we said, you know, the acting, yeah, it was bad, and it takes you out of it a little bit, but, you know, it's okay in a way because these films are just for the visceral fun. But this film didn't really get super visceral until the end.
Right. I think
You know?
because I think they said, "Fine, MPAA, we'll take it away at the beginning, but you got to let us have it
Yeah.
at the end."
Yeah.
And even at the end, it was pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
I remembered, but then again, at the times, you didn't see something like that in 1984 in the movie theaters. So I remember walking away from this movie thinking, "Wow, that was brutal and that was great and everything," and just rewatching it again now, boy, that was quick.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So time has not been too kind to this film, but I think it's been kinder to this film than, say, Part 3 or Part 5 or 6.
See, Mike, this is the way I'm looking at it now. Anytime a horror film comes out and says this is the final chapter, we're going to wrap it up, it's kind of like the Kiss retirement tour, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like it just continues to go and go and go and go. You know what I mean?
We're the Kiss retirement tour, and then the Lost Cities tour.
Yeah, right, and then we're on to another album, and then we're doing another tour, and then, you know, so... And that's okay as long as you do it, you know, somewhat decently and kind of maintain a, I don't know, a continuity between the story. And Friday the 13th, unfortunately, you know as well as I do, a few chapters after this, the final chapter, it goes way off the rails and starts to do things that it's like, okay, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, but this one, it wasn't so bad.
What do you think of the guy who played Jason? Could you tell the difference?
No.
No?
I didn't really pay too much attention to it. I think overall it was close enough. I mean, I think later on, though, if I remember correctly, later on in the chapters, you do begin to notice a little bit of a difference in the Jasons, just in the gait, the way he walks. You know.
Well, because Kane Hodder did 3 of them.
Yeah,
That's why.
Right. So, but in this particular one, I didn't really care. I mean, he was strong, he was big, he was brutal.
See, because at this time, the movie people were just saying, we just need a big guy in a hockey mask, so let's just hire that stunt man and pay him $50 a day.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why they switched Jasons every movie.
Right.
So because you're a big Kane Hodder fan and you're a big Jason nut, could you tell the differences?
And even if I could, you know, and I didn't sit there and really analyze it for that.
Did it affect the movie's
No, it
performance?
did not.
Okay.
No, it did not. No, but there wasn't enough of Jason's movement and stuff like that in this film to really make a difference either way. You know, I mean, later on, there are scenes that you know you could probably tell the difference. I have to go back and watch some of the later ones. I just remember Jason X just dying laughing.
Jason X was fun.
I just remember him outside with those 2 chicks and beating one with the other one. I could not stop laughing, dude. I remember seeing that in the theater and just dying, you know. But in the Manhattan one was just like, oh, come on, guys.
Yeah, it should have been called Jason Takes a Cruise Ship.
Yeah.
Because he really took the boat, not really Manhattan.
You know,
But
I mean,
there you go, money problems again. Which is funny. The budgets for these films, they keep them so low at $1 million or $2 million or something, and then they make $20 million.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, give another $1 million.
Yeah.
Let's make it.
What could they do with another $1 million? You know? So. You know, I mean, like I said, this was still early enough in the series to where it didn't feel didn't feel all that cheap. It didn't feel like they were trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to do? Because this is where they wanted to end it. This is where they thought it was going to end.
Yep. And that's why they hired Tom Savini.
Yep.
They said, let's take Jason out with a bang.
And it turns out, hey, we made money, man. What could we do now?
Yeah.
And
you'll find out what they did at our next debate.
That's right. That's right. The number 5. So, but you know what? It's a medium kind of the road deal. I think maybe a little less than middle road. I think I'm going to give this one a 2, Mike.
2 is not middle of the road.
No, I said it might be a little less than middle of the road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's middling, but it's kind of stupid at the same time, and it wasn't grabbing me, and you know what I mean. The twins, it gets a star for the twins. But beyond that, I mean, I don't know what to say, Mike.
No, I liked this a lot. No,
the kill at the end was beautiful.
Yeah,
the kill at the end was beautiful. So you know what? I'm going to give it a 3 actually, just because the twins give it a star. The end result of Jason and Corey Feldman, I'm going to give that a star, and then I think maybe the story was worth a star. So we'll wrap it up with 3.
Yeah, no, I'll give it 4, just because I really liked this film. It was entertaining. And the fact that they tried to throw in a little curveball by having a little kid in the movie.
Yeah.
How many horror movies had little kids running around?
Well, yeah. Exactly. Now they're all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
But no, I enjoyed it.
And you know how taboo that was, Mike? Remember how taboo it used to be to kill a kid in a horror movie?
Oh, heck, it still kind of is.
It still kind of is, but now you got flicks that are running over them with freaking, garbage trucks and it's unbelievable. I'm sitting there going,
okay, Alien versus Predator, the sequel. What did they call that one?
Requiem? Yeah.
Okay, that one was cool. Seeing the kid get his chest burst open.
Yes.
Name another film that has a little kid getting brutally taken out.
Trick or Treat. We did a debate on it.
That's right.
Yeah, and I was shocked. I was sitting there watching it, going, no, they didn't. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, they did. They went there, man. So. And there's a couple others that I watched just recently, and I can't remember exactly what they were, but I remember going, man, this used to be taboo.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not, because I enjoy seeing little kids getting taken out.
That's Mikey. There you go.
We'll leave on that thought. So
I'm wrapping it up with 3. I think it's a middle of the road, maybe a little less, like I said, but it had its points, and for the ending, if you just kind of take it on its own merit, the ending was perfect. I thought it was as good as it was going to get.
Yep.
So
that's what I mean. This was, in my mind, the best Friday the 13th.
But all the way up to that, man, it just seemed like you waited too long for stuff to kind of pop. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Maybe it's me. I'm impatient with certain things.
He's very impatient.
But I just think it was middle of the road Friday the 13th.
Oh, Christ, 1984 was 26 years ago.
Yeah. Is that scary or what?
Oh man.
Are we getting old?
Oh
man. So.
And I drove to this movie.
Yeah.
That tells you how old we're getting.
That's it.
All right. I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Oldie.
Rowdy Oldie. That's it.
We'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate.